I did incur a needle stick, and I still bear the scar today of a needle stick from a customer syringe that came back to the radiopharmacy and was processed in the waste system, but had that needle sticking out through the cardboard container, and I caught it and got put through the trauma of testing and notification and the uncertainty and concern that placed upon me and my family.
I feel responsible to the patients here by creating a great environment for my staff.
My department and the patients that come in and out of my department, they're all my responsibility.
I think I feel responsible for all aspects, whether it's patient, my staff, or myself.
It is incumbent upon the medical industry to make as safe a product as possible for the physician to use, but also for application to the patient.
With the doses, we have our secure safety insert, which is effectively a mini sharps container for each dose that allows the customer to have, first of all, a clean, nice place for the dose when it arrives, and then once they've used the dose and it's biohazardous, to allow that to function as a separate container for the waste.
With the unit dose that we receive and the seal-tight systems they have for used spent syringes, reduce the likelihood of needle sticks dramatically.
As far as our technologists are concerned, we want to make sure that they handle with the radiation as minimal as possible so they keep their doses low. And again, for the patient, the certain protocol, the right radiopharmaceutical for the patient keeps the patient safe as well as keeping their radiation dose as low as possible.
They have wonderful lead shielding with the pigs and the containers and things that they bring the doses in. So that decreases our exposure since we're doing this time again.
Exposure is a big key topic these days, and for good reason. We're very concerned about what dose people are receiving. So being constantly aware of the level of activity that you're using, what your colleagues are doing, making sure they're using the appropriate safety equipment.
In nuclear medicine and PET, there are standards that we must achieve. We go over and beyond those standards.
You know, the ballpoint pen and the legal pad are great tools, but they're outdated today. In nuclear medicine, there are many great resources available to help a department maintain their compliance. One of them is Syntrack integration tools.
We want to make sure that we are following all of the NRC guidelines. We are following all of the guidelines that are set forth by a lot of different societies to make sure that our patients are safe.
Society's American Society of Nuclear Cardiology has pushed forward certain things that we can do that kind of help decrease radiation dose to the patients while maintaining the same image quality. So I think that's one of the big issues in our work. Since we are nuclear medicine, and intrinsic in nuclear medicine is radiation. So.
We have a radiation safety department in nuclear medicine, and they come down to the department and they sit down and they talk to the patient and they tell them what they need to do when they leave here.
You know, when I talk to people about the importance of using an FDA-approved drug, their eyes kind of glaze over and they go, "You mean there's not FDA-approved drug in the industry?" And it's sad to say yes. My job is to be an advocate for nuclear medicine to make sure that your facility uses nuclear medicines appropriately and that they're on your formulary and that patients that you service are receiving FDA-approved drugs.
By properly complying with all rules and regulations, I know that ultimately that patient's got not only an accurate dose, they've got a safe dose. And to me, safety is one of the biggest keys.
It is our responsibility to make certain that we are the stewards of a supply chain that has integrity from the point of manufacturing all the way to the point of injection. We are dealing with radioactive isotopes, and knowing and understanding the responsibility that comes with handling that type of material is something that we train, we educate, and we enforce clearly across our organization.